Oh, just realized. Hey guys, I'm gonna take off my shirt. Oh my god, my hair. Hey guys, so I'm just gonna make a video about overcoming rejection and the fear of being vulnerable. And it's also like a prophetic dream word. So I had a dream that I rented a car and then I was supposed to return it at 3. So maybe just like God telling me 3 p.m. something's gonna happen. And so in the dream, there was a man and he asked someone out and got rejected. So I hugged him and I started to cry. And he was like trying not to cry, but he started crying. So I was like, okay, that might happen. So, anyways, yesterday I basically had a breakthrough like in my heart and in my life. It's been a really huge struggle to be vulnerable with my mother. Because all you'll know that Asian moms are very hearted. Not all, but a lot. And so there are times that I try to be vulnerable with her, and then what happens is I get shunned or she gets pissed off and she says something like, "You need to go see a psychologist." And I'm like, "Mom, there's nothing wrong with being sad. Like sadness is normal." And so anyways, I'll just kind of talk about some of the things that happened. Um so I met up with someone that happened to be Christian, and it turns out that he later told me on in the night that he was actually sleeping in his car. And so I really felt for him and I wanted my mom to say hi to him because I believe in just like how God puts us back into families, and there's been times I've met my friend's parents and it's been healing for my heart. And she was like, "No." Okay, cool. So then I was sitting at home and I was like, "Man, I feel a certain type of way and I don't know why." And I saw on Instagram that they're like my friend and his friends were out in Pasadena. So I saw it and I was like, man, my heart was just like, you need to go, right? You need to go. And I was like, okay, but it's kind of weird because I don't want to just show up. Like I want to call and text and make sure that I'm welcome there, right? So it was around 1 a.m. and I just heard the word breakthrough. So I was like, okay, God. So I started driving my mom's car and I got up and I was like, okay, I think I need to cry. So I get there and my friend and his friends were just leaving, right? So I was like, okay, God, why am I here? So I go to the restroom and I come out and I see this guy and he's like, hey, are you okay? I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We're talking. So I go out, there's like these two drunk dudes, and they're like, hey, can you give us a ride? Blah, blah. So I meet three more people who are also men, right? So they're standing there, they're trying to talk to me, and I was like, this guy was trying to comfort me, and then I slapped his arm real hard. And I was like, oh crap, like I think I'm really annoyed. Because drunk people get that out of you where it's like you can like it helps you. It triggers you in a way. So I'm like, hey, I just want to let you guys know. And these are like three people I just met. Like, I'm in a mood. And they're like, okay, what's going on? And I was like, well, like, I really like this person, but I realized like I can't be with him and he's not fit. He's not suitable for me. And he's not my husband because of the fact that, he uses substance, right? So my dad's an alcoholic and I just can't deal with that. So, but I still like this person, but it's like releasing that person. Because I also prophesied to someone yesterday that was saying that her boyfriend was a certain type of way, that, you know, he might have a mental illness and that's why, and she wants him to go to a therapist, whatever. But the thing is, what I told her is, are you happy and are you getting what you need in the relationship? And if you're not, you need to go, you need to leave, my friend, like, because you deserve the best. So one of the strangers that I met, he was like, "You're worthy." And then I was like, it hit my heart so hard. And I was like, whoa. And I just heard God say, like, you deserve the best. And I remember telling this girl yesterday that I have met a lot of men that wanted to be with me, but they weren't what I wanted, not because they're not good enough, but because of they weren't what I wanted and needed. That there's a certain type of emotional availability. There's a certain type of spirituality and submittedness that they have to have towards God. That there's a certain type of, authenticity. Um, Not every man will have the emotional capacity to connect with you. And when you're looking for a marriage partner, when you're getting to the point where you're like, okay, I'm not going to be afraid of rejection. I've gotten to the point where I'm so vulnerable and I'm so just brave, like, showing up without being invited, at a place, cuz it could have been like, wait, oh my god, like, what the hell? But it's like it relates to the story of how hi, it relates to the story of how there was one time I remember I was in Malaysia, right? And like um my heart like wanted to go to Taiwan, but I didn't really have the funds to, right? To buy the flight ticket. And it occurred to me that there was just this pure fear of failure. What was the pure fear of failure? That I was actually going to be rejected by my own dad. That maybe my dad won't come and pick me up. And so because I had contacted my dad for 7 months with no reply. So my desire was to see my dad, but like if he had already ignored me for 7 months, how is he going to like pick me up or even have contact with me when I arrive in Taiwan? So I had to literally just take the chance. And I remember going to the bus station in the middle of the night, canceling and just canceling my previous night and just pretty much just going for it, right? Like doing an overnight bus, like sleeping at the airport at a hostel, um, and then arriving at 9 in the morning. And this is what I wrote without previous warning. I am arriving at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Please pick me up, Dad. And you know, our relationship has been really strained like all of my life. Like I didn't see my dad or really talk to my dad for like 10 years. So I think that a lot of people that I minister to, they have such a huge fear of rejection. Like, I want to have intimacy and connection with someone, but I'm afraid of what I want. So, what they do is they don't go after what they want because they're scared that they're going to be rejected. And so, what I've learned even through yesterday is that you need, if your heart wants to go see someone or your heart wants to go somewhere, whether you're invited or not, to just go and see what happens. And so the moral of the lesson is like, I actually met other people that I was meant to meet, and that gave me the breakthrough that I needed in my heart. Was that I needed to freaking cry, and I wasn't able to emote. I wasn't able to feel those emotions being at home. I needed to go out and be with people. And so um that relates to like my relationship with my dad, where it's like, okay, I want a relationship with my dad and I've always wanted that. But what really prevented me from that was this fear of like, he's ignored me for years, right? And it's like, wow, how do you deal with that? The breakthrough comes when you don't stop trying. It's like a lot of people are like, no, they don't want a relationship, blah, blah, blah. It's like that carries on into other parts of your life where you just think nothing's gonna matter because even if I try, it's not gonna make a change. And so I see this so much. I had a friend, right? Like she did not try for anything. Like her dad would control her, tell her what to do. Like She never tried for anything, right? So she's like, well, what's the point of trying? Because it's not gonna go anywhere. I'm not gonna succeed, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, so that kept her in a box where she didn't want to try in her desire to, whether it's to act or whether to, you know, form friendships or whatever. And I think that a lot of us have been very hurt in our own lives. So what we do is like we live in that hurt, we live in that woundedness, and we live in that pit of despair and say, it's hopeless because no one's ever gonna want to be my friend and I'm just alone and all this, woe is me. But what happens is that that woundedness keeps you in a box and it prevents you from really having true emotional connection. Oh, hi. Thanks, guys, for watching. I am going to call you back, Pimp Daddy. So that is all, and I just pray that this video somehow brings revelation to your spirit to just say, you know what? I am going to try at everything. Like, if your desire is to get married, your desire is to find a life partner, you better be out there trying. You better be out there going on dates. You better be out there putting your heart on your sleeve because that is what marriage is. I've never been married. I want to be married, but that's what it is that you can't live life reserved. There's no time for reservation or regret. You better just jump out there and take risks and go for it. And like, I remember yesterday I was talking to someone I met online, and he's like, "Do you just give out your number?" I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah, because I believe in connection. Like, you don't connect with people, you don't talk to them on the phone, you're not gonna get to know them. If you don't meet with them, you're not gonna get to know them. Like, life is short, you live from your heart. So like a lot of people are scared of what they actually want. They are scared of connection. So guess what? They don't get connection. They don't get vulnerability. They don't get intimate relationships and friendships. So what do you have to do? You have to live with your heart on your sleeve and just go all out. All out. Like, you don't you I just want to speak to the guys right now. If you want to connect with someone even on a friendship level, call them. Like, don't just text them and be like, "You know what? I'm trying to get to know you on text." Like, call them. Like, make the effort. Don't like be living in this box of like, I have a fear of rejection. Like, and I also see this in girls. Oh, I want the guy to chase me. I want the guy to call me. No, like, you're just afraid of rejection. Like, live your heart, live your life from your heart, from your like from a place of, because I want to talk to this person, I'm gonna call them. Not from a place of, oh, what if this and that. It's like, no, just fucking do everything that you have in your heart. Just do it. You know? Okay, you wanted to, let me see. Pimp Daddy. I don't know. I can't, you were trying to call, but then I can't, the thing. Anyways. Alright, thanks for talking. If you want to reach out to me, you can DM me. Bye, God bless.